Everybody, welcome back. Sorry, got some sinus issues going on. Just want to do this quick video to kind of show you the under the wood condition of this 1904/39 Mauser. As you will see, there are sorry, once again, there are generous amounts of cosmoline in here. The only real area of contention that I noticed is right here behind this bayonet lug. I don't know how well you can see that where my thumb is, where there appears to be some rust of some sort. I'm not really sure why there's rust right there, but as you can see, most of this, it just rubs right out of here. However, due to the fact that the barrel was right there, there was a little bit of minor pitting. Sorry, I'm kind of cleaning this off camera. There was a little bit of minor pitting on the barrel. This is the the non-cleaned up condition, because I want you guys to see exactly what it looks like once I took it apart. See, there's generous amounts of cosmoline on this upper handguard. It's slathered in there, or animal fat, whatever it is. But in looking at the trigger guard magazine housing, there's a small rust spot here, but you would expect some rust to be up here, but there's not. And looking back here, there's also no rust either. So this is in really good shape. Let me move this stock aside so that I can kind of show you, well, sorry, I need to show you one more thing. There was a little bit of rust right here on this rear retention band, and that's actually from the sling, or the ring that goes over this. There's a little bit of rust right here, but I wouldn't say that it's anything terrible. Well, maybe also a little bit right there. No, that's hard to see. Let me set that aside. What I really want to show you is this barreled action. Overall, you'll see there's, generous amounts of this animal. It looks like animal fat and cosmoline on this rifle. You'll notice right here at the receiver ring, and I'll try to insert some pictures. There's a little bit of rust here. The tiny amount here, that's probably the worst area there. And like I said, I'm going to be putting pictures in on this. But overall, it's in what I think is relatively good shape. Like I said, generous amounts of that, what appears to be this white looking fat and this cosmoline, I guess. But like I said, this is the uncleaned up state. I wanted to show this to you guys so you know what to expect. Once again, cross-reference this with T. Fusler 44's video on his cleanup. I'll make sure and put a link down in the description below. But all in all, how this looks, I'm not upset. For instance, you guys know as well as I do, I think he cleaned his up with a little bit of ballistol and steel wool, perhaps. I like to opt for my steel wool and Vaseline. I'm just going to show you something real quick on this. We're just going to go on this receiver ring. No, I'm not going to re-blue this. I'm not going to rust blue this to try to, or boil it to try to get this off here. I'm just not going to. I'm not going to take the time for this entire rifle. If this entire rifle was in terrible shape, I'd probably do that. But in this case, I'm going to use just a little bit of this on here. We're just going to clean this up and get rid of some of that surface rust. And you'll see what's left behind is a little bit of pitting, unfortunately. But, you're talking about a 100-year-old rifle here, so you're going to have some things like that. Don't expect it to be a safe queen. It's not going to be. So all I did was just rub that for a little bit. Let me grab a napkin We're going to wipe this off real quick, and then I'm going to kind of show you a comparison of what this looks like after I took that 4/0 steel wool and Vaseline to it. You guys saw just a second ago that it was covered in rust right there. So I want to show you what that does. You can go back and reference some of my past videos if you want to see what that looks like. I'll try to do an after photo here. I guess I can't really do a before photo because I just removed the rust, but you know, it doesn't look terrible. You know, this one has a 3744 serial number. This barrel serial number is obviously different. It's a AE1066. Of course, guys, this was rebarreled. You know, we're just going to do one more spot here on the barrel where you saw that. Try to get a good picture here. Where you kind of see that spot of rust there. I want to see how well this will clean this up. I'll take that same piece of steel wool. It's got that Vaseline on it, as well as some of the Cosmoline now. And this is probably the worst area on the rifle, to be honest. There is some pitting here, and this is right where it was resting in the front of that stock, where somehow I don't know how the rust got in there, but it did. You can't expect these 100-year-old rifles to, you know, look absolutely gorgeous. It's just not going to happen. I mean, in some cases, yeah, you'll get it, but you know, in most cases, you're talking something's been in storage for a very long time. Not always under the best conditions. So all I've done here is just kind of remove this surface rust. Yes, I know some of you guys will tell me this can come back, but hopefully you can see the after here, and I'll try to insert a photo at least where you can see the after of what, you know, what kind of effects this caused. You know, this is kind of, it is a little deep right here, but I don't think it's going to affect shootability of it or anything. I just really don't. Now, the other area of contention that I noticed on this was a little bit of rust, some minor pitting here on this cleaning rod. That's not a big deal to me. That may bother some of you guys, but it doesn't really bother me. And then if you'll notice, of course I've got stuff laying all over it now. If you'll notice on this barrel band, there is some rust on the inside of there. It's not terrible. It's not. There is a tiny amount of pitting in here, but I can clean this up. As you can see, I'll show you my thumb. I'm wiping a lot of that right out. It just needs to be run over, I believe, with the steel wool in my case, whether you use steel wool and Ballistol or whether you use steel wool and Vaseline like I use, you know, that's fine. You're just trying to stop it and, you know, at least remove what's there, and then oil it up real good. Obviously clean off your Cosmoline really well so you can get this thing oiled up. But I just want to do this, you know, just a quick video. It's going to take me some time to get this cleaned up. Oh, and I forgot the other band. It does have a minor amount of rust on the inside, just like the barrel band. I'll try to do some pictures on that. But otherwise, you know, those areas of rust are pretty common on these rifles or any similar Mauser rifles. But it's not like it's a deal killer. It's not gonna prevent you from shooting it, enjoying it, having fun with it. But there you have it. Like I said, just want to do this quick video just to kind of give you guys an idea of what you could expect. I'll try to insert some photos at least of the after cleanup on these parts, as well as the before cleanup on the bands, as you see here. I believe in trying to give you guys, I guess, the most information where you can make an informed decision for yourselves. Always, by no means, just take my word for it. Go out and reference T. Fuessler 44's video on his cleanup. You'll see it. he did it all in one, where you got a before and an after on his cleanup. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get all this cleaned up, all this stuff off of here, get it oiled up good. I may do a post cleanup video, but the biggest thing is I wanted to get this out there so you guys can kind of see what you're dealing with. And like I said, biggest areas of contention I saw on this one were on the receiver ring, which was very, very minor pitting in my opinion. I mean, I've got M1 Garands that have pitting like this. And then of course, probably the more contentious area out here on the barrel, and I'll try to, like I said, there'll be a good photo in there of that so you can see it. But like I said before, the biggest thing is I just want you guys to be informed about what you're going to get. So that being said, at some point when I get the time to shoot to get this thing cleaned up really well, get all this cosmoline out of here, get it oiled up, get it all back together, I'll show you guys a post cleanup. But the biggest thing, I want to get this out so you guys, like I said, could look at it, could know what to expect, and decide whether or not you want to get these, because Atlantic Firearms still has them in stock. So I'm not pushing them by any means. I'm not being paid to push their products. This is just solely one person's opinion. I'm in no way sponsored by them, of course. I wouldn't mind sponsorship; that'd be kind of nice. But this is an unbiased opinion, and I guess you could say review. The threads still look really good on this. Probably can't see them in the video here. A little bit of minor pitting on this cleaning rod, nothing terrible. So not the end of the world. But anyway, there you have it. If you guys like videos like this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. As always, big thank you to my subscribers. And make sure you hit the bell notification, sign up for notifications. That way, anytime I put content out like this, you guys are notified of it. You can go check it out. Like I was stating previously in some of my comments, I will be doing a lot of resto work, hopefully over this Christmas break. I'll be working on that SKS some. I'm going to be doing some cleanups on these Portuguese Mausers. And we'll see what else I get into as I have the time. As you well know, or as you may not know, it's very time intensive to try to, well, one, to get things cleaned up, and two, to create the content, and of course three, to upload the content. So it takes a lot of time. I don't know about you guys. I have a family. Sometimes it's just hard finding the quiet time in order to do these things. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you guys have a great day.